Hi everybody, and welcome to Theoral's Marvel Champions playthrough, where we play through the various scenarios of Marvel Champions using a variety of heroes. Today we're going up against En Sabah Nur with Nightcrawler. If you like these videos, like and subscribe. It just helps make the algorithm make the videos available for more people, which is always a cool thing. If you like them, then it would be cool for other people to see them. If there's anything you want to see, let us know. And I'll see what I can do about it. If you want to see more commentary and fewer playthroughs, or more playthroughs, or whatever. This today we're playing with Nightcrawler, and I should have his pack in a couple days. I ordered it alongside Magneto pre-release, and it's just taking a little bit to get here. But so this will be one of my first games with Nightcrawler. Did a little bit of messing around with him, but we're gonna try En Sabah Nur with him. So I like protection, and Nightcrawler's, obviously a good protection hero, so I'm going to do a protection deck. Thought he would be interesting potentially with a full, perfect defense deck. So that's what I was thinking of doing. So, good old unflappable, hard to ignore. This is, in a lot of ways, it's going to be the same deck that I used for Magic. So, a lot of similar sorts of cards in here. We'll throw in a Flow Like Water, Dauntless, and Electrostatic, and he gets Retaliate 1 built in, so I think with all of those things and a simple, what's it called? Change of Fortune? So he can trigger Change of Fortune pretty easily. We're going to throw in an Armored Vest, because getting to 5 defense against Apocalypse is pretty much going to get us perfect defense all the time. But it is helpful to have some extra things just to make sure that we don't miss out on perfect defense. So I'm going to throw it, and to be able to trigger Flow Like Water sometimes. So, we might end up using something like Jump Flip to trigger a minion kill instead of whatever else we could do. So we'll do some things like that. Maybe Sidestep can be useful. And I think that'll be it for this side of things. So we're doing Dauntless. That means that I would like to have Endurance, because that'll help us get Dauntless up and running. The idea is we're not going to be taking very much damage, so hopefully Dauntless will stay active pretty well. One thing to help us do that, though, is going to be the cool card that we got here. Come Get Me Bub. Yeah, we're going to try throwing in some Come Get Me Bubs for fun. Alright. On the other side of things, we need some basic resources, double resources. Still worthwhile in here. Actually, I don't... are they worthwhile? What do we have? We've got like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. 6. Yeah, okay. No. Never mind. No double resources. Who needs doubles? Not Nightcrawler, that's who. We could throw in Superpower Training, because it gets us his cutlasses and his tail faster, but the problem is, what happens if we get those in hand and just play them? Then we have this side scheme that we don't want to clear for any purpose. Specialized Training we could do instead of Armored Vest. It's the same cost. Lets us draw a card when we defend, which drawing cards is good. It's worth a consideration. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we end up card count wise. I'm thinking just a few cheap allies, so we can do like Angel. We'll throw in Professor X because he's good. And on the protection side, we have Armor. She's cheap, and cheap is good here. And our defense events aren't very impressive. We can throw in Rogue. She's expensive, but she's strong. I don't know, Polaris maybe? Maybe is there another basic ally to use? I do always avoid Beak and Triage and Marrow, because I don't like the design of those allies at all. So I just refuse to play them. How about Shadowcat? She's cool, and she can bring back my memories of that old X-Men cartoon where Shadowcat's the one that comes into the X-Mansion, the X-Men 92 cartoon. Alright, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. So we have 5 more cards. Oh, we would like some other stuff to help us play cards. So resources are always useful. So we could do like X Gene or Def Focus. That'll help us play his superpowers. Well, not those ones, but these ones. Yeah, I think X Gene has enough targets to be useful still. Here, although it doesn't give us extra resources for helping to play allies. So we could consider if we want to use one of those. Right, we could use like an X-Jet to do that. We could do Moira. We do have a free flip in our kit, and we might need to flip a bit. We do team building exercise to play allies. It doesn't help us with anything else. We could just do X-Jet. And again, we don't have a ton of supports. I had room for 5 cards. Let's run Render Medical Aid. That'll be useful to keep us up to full hit points, I think. And we could run a couple more defense events just to help us with making sure we're fully defended. So we could run free ones like Defiance, or we could run costed ones. We could even just run, why don't we just run a couple copies of Powerful Punch? There we go. Sounds good. Powerful Punch will do like 5 damage with Never Back Down out. So, seems solid. 40 cards. Alright, we'll go for it. That does make me a little less sure about my choice to do no doubles, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. En Sabah Nur. He begins a biomorph, and we start with an encounter card. And then these are his form flips are going to add a bunch of stuff. Let's see, he has a power counter, starts at 0 power, and Ancient Ritual at 5 threat. Okay. Looks good. Starting hand, 6 cards. Okay, so that's interesting. Noting that we have no possibility of getting a double resource. The question is just, which way do we want to go with this? So we can pull a Bamf, and then with 1, 2, 3, 4, we could get Rogue out to help us have early game control. That'll be some tempo for us. She can do a lot of thwarting, which will be really handy, and a bit of attacking. And we can play Unflappable. Well, Unflappable is going to be pretty tough to trigger at this point without defense. So our other option would be to play Day Tripper, Armored Vest, and Unflappable. That actually seems decent. And then, yeah. Okay, so we're going to search our deck for a copy of Vamp, put it into our hand, and reshuffle. Flip to Hero Form. We're going to spend Bamf to play Unflappable, then we'll spend Rogue to play Armored Vest, then we'll spend 2 resources to play Day Tripper, which puts a copy of Bamf on an enemy and deals damage. Then between the two of us, we're going to just knock 4 threat off Ancient Ritual, make sure it doesn't trigger too easily, and get our 5 card hand. Okay, so that's cool. We've got Scout Ahead and Kurt's Cutlasses. So we obviously want to get this out. We can use Jump Flip to make sure that we trigger our ability. This all seems good. We don't really need Scout Ahead at the moment, so that's also nice in that we could just play Jump Flip if we need to. Okay, so he attacks us. We're going to go ahead and Bamf, because we can always pull it back next turn. And he hit for 3. We defended for 4. And after this, he flips to giant form. So that's there, giant apocalypse. And he heals too. We don't do any damage yet, but we do get to draw a card from Unflappable, which is nice. Alright, and then we have 2 encounter cards. First one is this beautiful giant sword that he's going to use to stun us. And then Tyrant Worship, which is a nice 5-threat surge. So Scout Ahead wouldn't be bad here. I didn't end up using Jump Flip. Alternatively, we could just play Armor. We could use Scout Ahead just to remove 3 threat. Let's see. We're not going to play Come Get Me, Bub. We haven't gotten any damage yet. That's really what it's for. So the question is, do we want to Scout Ahead? I could Scout Ahead just for 3 threat, and I could just thwart for 2. I think that's fine. And then I could drop a Bamf on Apocalypse to just have 1 out and ready to go. Alternatively, I could pull back a Bamf. I could use Bamf with Scout Ahead and remove 6 threat. That's an option. I could just play Armor. Not have a Bamf out. She has Tough. I just remove 2 threat. Maybe use up Day Tripper, remove probably 2 threat from the main scheme and 2 threat from Ancient Ritual. Keeps that under the scary spot. Armor can defend. I'm not in a really tight spot here. I could just defend 2, but I don't think I would. Allies are just useful to have. I think I'm going to go with the ally. This will give me an ally that's able to defend for me. These tough cards are too big. Alright. 1, 2. 1, 2. And that's it for Day Tripper. Alright. We now have 5 defense, so we barely need anything. Oh, it's Tally-Ho that we can't play. That's alright. 1 threat. 1 counter. Apocalypse stacks in giant form. And we get our first counter on Pursued by the Past. Oh, before he attacked, we discard this card. It's a Fist by Flow Like Water. I'm stunned. And this card is discarded. Then we get Apocalypse goes to Cyberpath form. When he goes to Cyberpath form, he has 2 threat to each scheme, and this adds a power counter. Okay. Well, my only frustrating thing here at the moment, really, is that I'm a little short on resources. So I want to play Prince Outtail. And I think I want to play Hard to Ignorable. I have a few options that are interesting. I could go Alter Ego, pull Bamf, play out Electrostatic Armor. I can thwart 2 first. I'm not super close to danger here. He's about to get a superpower, but he's going to scheme for a lot. And that would be 2, 3, 4, 5. That could go over just by itself. So I'm not loving that option. So I think instead, we're going to go in here, we're going to pull Bamf. I'm not getting out my attack cards. She lost her tough status, by the way. I'm not getting out my damage, which is unfortunate. I only have Retaliate 1 right now. Not quite as much as I would like to have. But that's alright. We'll just keep going and see how it goes. We have options to deal damage, it's just we haven't done much yet. 1 threat, 1 counter. We remove all counters first, then get a superpower. Ooh, there goes like all the minions. And I was correct, I could have done it. So he goes to giant form, and he's attacking now for 5 plus a boost. Now I have no defense events in my hand, sadly. He's in giant form, so he does not have overkill. But I think I'm just going to defend this with armor, rather than defend it. Well, I could defend it for 5. We're going to Bamf it. Alright, so Look at that, it was a 0 boost. Alright, I take no damage. I draw a card. I remove a threat. And this is discarded. At the start of the attack, I was stunned, but I was already stunned, so I didn't really care. He takes 1 damage from my retaliate, and I get a single encounter card. Yeah, he'll do any flip to that form. Oh, okay. I flipped Alter Ego and Exhaust. That's better than discarding Important Punch. Alright. Is it really? I really don't need to heal. Alright, so let's see. This is fine. I can choose if I want Shadow Cat or Professor X. I think Professor X would be nice. He can ready me. Which is going to be a lot of threat removed. So that's cool. Or I could just scout ahead. So I have a Bamf. And in hero form, I grab another Bamf. Alright, so what do I want? What do I most want to do? I don't really care for this card right now, so I'm just going to play Hard to Ignore. That gives me really solid thwarting. Armor is just going to knock 1 off the main scheme. And then I can just do 3 for Professor X. I think that's what we're going to do. 3 for Professor X. We can't confuse Apocalypse, so we'll just use him to ready me. I don't know, maybe... You know what? Let's get Shadowcat instead. I don't ready. Less immediate thwarting. More long-term. Actually, I guess it's not more long-term. Kind of more long-term. I choose this side scheme. It loses all of its icons. Ha ha ha. Alright. 5 card hand. 1 threat. 1 counter. Apocalypse attacks me. I defend for 5. And I can jump flip if I need to. I don't do that to defend. I defend with Bamf for 5, discarding Tally Ho and dealing 3 damage. After this activation, reveal this. He goes to giant form. He's already in giant form. Also, retaliate 1. I took no damage. I took no damage. Oh, I didn't even need to do both. Well, that'll show you. 1 pursuit counter. Then if it has any counters, discard an upgrade or support. Well, buy extra hard to ignore. I don't really need you. Cool. This is great. So Shadowcat can go ahead and thwart for 2. I guess I'll go ahead and thwart for 2 also. That's handy. I'm thinking that I don't really need to port away for free. I mean, I can get a free ready and punch for 2, I guess. I don't know. 2 cards for 2 damage. This doesn't seem worth it. 1, 2, 3 for an X-Jet. I throw down a Bamf on him. Gosh, I feel overpowered. Alright, she does the damage and is discarded. I'm not really sure why I'm hanging on to port away. Alright. 1 threat, 1 counter. Apocalypse attacks me. I'm gonna defend it. I have a sidestep. And he hits me for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only defend 5 of that. So I would like to sidestep. He takes a damage. Still stunned. He takes another damage because I retaliated. I took no damage, so that means I draw a card, and I remove a threat from the main scheme. Oh, instead of port away, I spent my Prehensile Tail. Never know what kind of counter cards we'll face. No! Not exhaustion! Oh, he gets a celestial attachment. Let's go ahead and give him the scheming one. Actually, let's go ahead and give him the attacking one. No. Attacking one does damage. I don't like taking damage. Giving him his armor. His armor heals him and gives him tough statuses. We don't care about those things. Because most of our damage is just ping, 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 ping. Okay. So, X-Jet can play Dauntless. Because we definitely want some Dauntless out here for the Retaliate. I think Port Away plays Endurance. And I don't see any reason to play... Oh wait, instead of Port Away playing Endurance, how about if we just keep both those cards? We're going to flip to Alter Ego. We're going to pull our last Bamf. And then we're going to discard a Bamf with Port Away to flip and ready. Yes, I didn't play X-Gene because I don't have the resources to do it, and I don't really need it. Instead, we're going to play Endurance for 3 hit points. We're going to discard X-Gene for a Bamf, so that we can play a Bamf on him. And punch him for 2 because our attack is currently 2. I'll hang on to Shadowcat because she can do stuff. And I'm going to have a bunch of encounter cards this turn. Alright, standard excessive setup of perfect defense, but it's all good. So we'll just discard a Bamf. We can always get it back in our hand later. A threat on Ancient Ritual. Alright, he punched me for 5. I defended all. I draw a card. I remove a threat. And he takes now 2 damage. I'm under fire. Well, whatever. I like to pull out both cards just so I don't forget. No nemesis. No nemesis. Instead, we had 3 counters on Pursued by the Past. That means that Azazel comes into play and is revealed and quick strikes me. So what's fun here is I can just kill him. So I'm going to do that. Prehensile Tail. Instead of taking any damage, I block all of it. Then he takes a damage from Sidestep, from Dauntless, and from my Retaliate, and is defeated. Then Brimstone Dimension comes out. So that's what I'm going to have to deal with. And then we shuffle the rest of these cards back in here. And flip this card over. Remove all counters. Alright, we'll be seeing some more Azazel later. What else? If he's in Biomorph, he activates, otherwise he goes to Biomorph, and we add a counter. Now this only triggers on step 1. Otherwise it doesn't really care when. It's not about when it hits 4, it's about step 1. Finally, Biomorph Blast, he attacks me in Biomorph form. Okay. I also had Powerful Punch. I could have just punched him. I think I probably defend this. I don't want to take 3 damage. But I need thwarting. But Professor X can ready me. And confuse me. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to defend it. Okay. So instead of 4, I take none. He takes 2. Okay. Well, so the thing is, I have Scout Ahead, which can do everything I need it to. Or I can just play Professor X. I lean towards Professor X. 2, 3 for Professor X, who puts a confused status. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Then Shadowcat is going to go ahead and thwart for 2. Professor X is going to thwart for 3. That's defeated. I have to deal myself a copy of Azazel. and then I play Change of Fortune. Now, if I had a sidestep, that would be great. I could go Alter Ego and grab a Vamp, but then and play it on the villain. Then when he comes in to quick strike me, I don't die. I don't get hit and die. I'm not gonna die anyways. He's confused, but I have Professor X to block him, and I know I can block him. Yeah, I think that's fine. No point in using up my Alter Ego quite yet. Hopefully he doesn't flip. We could just jump flip him. Or I sidestep him, and he's dead. 1 threat, 1 counter. Then we remove 4 counters and get a superpower. It's Giant Size Despot. He goes Giant Form, and we lose our confused status. I should have just readied myself. Should have just readied. When he switches this form, he heals 2. Sorry, when he switches to the other form, I was supposed to take 2. I forgot to do that. When he flipped to this form, 2 indirect damage. Okay. So he's in Giant Form, and he's attacking me still. As he always does. Professor X defends. And heroically takes the 6 damage that I don't have to. Encounter card. First encounter card is, what? It's Azazel? Oh, I could have never seen that coming. Prehensile Tail plays a sidestep. I prevent 3 damage. He takes 1, 2, 3. Boom, he's defeated. Change of Fortune draws me 2 cards. I defended and took no damage. I defended and took no damage. Solid. What else? 4 threat on there. Alright. Cool. So, Come Get Me Bub seems good. Let's do that. I don't know, unless there's no allies and no minions left. There are only 7 cards. Oh, look, it's a minion. It's Ozymandias. He's tough and villainous. I heal 3, and I'm tough now. What you gonna do about that one, Ozzy? We're gonna clear my stun status. Then we are going to actually, do I want to clear my stun status? I might not. Okay, this is a little bit annoying. He's just gonna be a little hard to knock out. But we can pop a Bamf on him. That'll make him a little easier to kill. I think I do. So if we discard Jump Flip, we can grab a Bamf. And then I don't need to defend him, so I could go ahead and I could clear my stun, port away, pop back in, tough it, clear is tough. I believe my Riposte is still in my deck. Yeah, I have 2 copies of Riposte in here. There's a chance that I can play 1, and then he'll just die, and I can change a fortune again. So that seems to be what I want to do. So we're going to port away, discarding. Sorry, we're going to clear our stun status. We're going to port away to Alter Ego, discarding Bamf. Oh, I could pull a Bamf back too. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to pull a Bamf out of our deck. Then we're going to, and we ready, because that's what this does. Then we're going to flip back to hero form again. We're going to punch off his tough status. We'll toss a Bamf on Apocalypse. We'll scout ahead. 1, 2, 3. And we will go ahead and replay our second Hard to Ignore. Cool, cool. Looking good. 5 cards. Tally-ho, that's the card, not Riposte. I know what cards are called. Okay, he punches me for 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Ozymandias punches me for 1. I play Bamf. I use Prehensile Tail to pay for Tally-ho, pulling Bamf into my hand, dealing 3 damage to him. Oh, I only do 2. Darn. I don't have this card out yet. I forgot. I don't actually kill him. That's annoying. He hit me for 4. I defend for 5. He takes 2. I take none. I draw a card. I remove a threat. Well, cool. Oh, I apparently finished off the encounter deck. That was his boost. New encounter card. It's Dark Designs. He schemes. Before he schemes, this finally happened, I have to discard a card. It's a mental. Mental, I am confused. And this is discarded. And then he schemes. 4/4. Okie dokie. Well, we could kill Ozymandias. Or I can just bamf him again. Hold on. If I'm going to play Day Tripper, which I'm not maybe going to do, let me think about it. So I don't have a ton of resources available because I didn't think and kill him. I definitely want electrostatic armor. That way I can just defend to kill the one guy from now on. 1, 2, 3 does not get me rogue. I would need one more. So I think I will pay... Oh. What if I played teleport drop? Then I would kill him, and he would still be in giant form and be unable to be stunned. That sucks. Alright. Day Tripper. I guess I don't activate her ability, because I don't want to kill Ozymandias. I just want to drop a vamp on him. I clear my confused status. Day Tripper throws for 2. Yeah, I hold on to Rogue because I'm going to be able to play her next turn super easily. This goes up by 2. He gets a single counter, and then he attacks me. I Bamf defend using Prehensile Tail, to Tally Ho, pulling it back into hand, dealing 3 damage. Hit me for 6. I take damage. Crazy. Crazy times. So I don't trigger any of my stuff. Alright, Ozymandias attacks me. I bamf him too. He hit me for 3. That's no damage. I retaliate a bunch. Change of Fortune draws 2 cards. Unflappable draws 1 card. Double Hard to Ignore. Takes those 2. I forgot to do my 3 damage to Apocalypse. Alrighty, we get a single encounter card. Nowhere is safe. Stop discarding my stuff. I like all my stuff. I'm going to discard Change of Fortune. As fun as Change of Fortune is, I think it's time to win the game, so who needs it? Right? Yeah, I think we just are going to start killing him. So I'm going to start by punching him for 2. Defeating him, he flips into this form with 24 hit points. We'll finish off Day Tripper. We'll just hit him. I'm going to put a bamf on him. And then for 2, we will Port and Punch. Deals 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because he is an enemy with that card attached. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 for Rogue. I take damage, she gets my stats, and then Rogue can punch him for 4, which is pretty solid. A single encounter card. Cool. 2 threat, 1 counter. It's another superpower, and this should be end game for us basically. Giant sized, if he's in giant form, he activates. He is, in fact, in giant form, so he's going to attack us. So we're going to bamf that attack. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5. That's what we defend for, is 5. So we take no damage. We retaliate 2. Then we respond daily damage. We took no damage. We remove 2 threat. Now he attacks us. Oh, sorry. I tally-hoed that. That's why I exhausted Prehensile Tail. He took 3 damage from that. Alright, he attacks us again. I defend it this time. He does 5 damage and a threat. We take no damage. He takes 3. Cool. Well, we're ready to win. In all kinds of ways. Let's see what happens. He goes to Cyberpath form. Gets 1 counter and 2 threat on each scheme. 3 threat on each scheme, like I said. And now he has retaliate 1. He goes to Biomorph form, and we take 3 indirect damage. Oh no! We lost our ability to be dauntless. Alright. Rogue deals us damage, and then she punches him for 4, and he's dead. Boom. Use defeated boy. Bamf. I got a port and punched him for 6. So there we go. Cool times. Fun times. So far, based on my tabletop simulator experience, I am enjoying Nightcrawler. He's fun. He does the perfect defense thing very well. I know perfect defense is not the most original of decks. The little boost of change of fortune doesn't change it that much, but he's very good at it. 5 base defense is flipping amazing. You could throw in a specialized training, get him up to 6 defense, and then you don't even need to run defense events, I guess. You could do something totally different. But he has this card that pays for his events, so I think defense events are still worth it. They also help him just get up to speed a little faster. It's still a slow deck, sure. It takes a while. Got to get it built up. But yeah, I think that worked out pretty well. He was pretty much giant the entire game with his 3 attacks, so it's good that we were able to handle it. And he was stalwart, so there was no real stunning him to be had. Made teleport drop a lot worse than it could have been, but that's just how it goes. Alright, well, anyways, as mentioned, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. And I think I'll probably do Nightcrawler next, or Magneto next time, and give him a try, assuming he's in Tabletop Simulator by then. If he's not, I'll just do some other random thing. So I'll catch you next time.